What's going on, guys? As always, don't forget to like, subscribe, drop a comment. Without any further ado, we're going to go ahead and jump right in. So today it's mostly just going to be a check-in, kind of show y'all what's been growing on. Not a whole lot of change. The winter garden that we planted is finally coming out to fruition. We've had some of the spring garden going on. We've had some failures, some successes, and we'll go through all that. So starting out, we've actually had our sunflowers that are just absolutely popping off. As y'all know, these are the genetics that we've had before. You see they're getting ready to start flowering. Our onions that we planted are getting humongous. We've also, our cannas come back. Our mosquito plant was trying to come back, but I think the freeze finally killed it. As y'all can see, we've had a roly-poly infestation from composting in the garden. In fact, this is one of the reasons you don't want to compost in the garden, is they'll eat your seedlings. We still do it anyways, just because of time and space, but that's pretty much what we've had going there. We've also got some of our watermelon has been, we've had to go buy some, but we're going to be hopefully having some pop out from seed as well for our breeding project. Okra coming out nicely, basil nicely. These are our Egyptian walking onions. They are not throwing the little babies on the heads yet, so that is definitely an experiment. This is also going to be the elephant garlic right here. Again, another experiment. Potatoes that we planted. We planted about a pound of red potatoes back in like February on Valentine's Day. So essentially, we've actually had a spring this year, which we're not accustomed to having a spring around here. So a lot of the seeds we've started have either been killed by the cold or by the roly-polies. Honestly, what we've been doing, so you can probably see like right here, some of the residual diatomaceous earth, is to keep these bugs off when these guys are small and can't handle being eaten on. We just dust the whole thing with diatomaceous earth, and it's been working out really good so far. Blueberries are absolutely popping off. We did have one die back here. I'm not too sure what's going on with this guy, but we're just gonna let him cook, let him do his thing. This is the Chicago Hardy fig that y'all may have remembered, that little baby that we had gotten from Jay's Figs. This is our mountain laurel we started from seed. This is another lemon that we started from seed. Well, we got a fresh lemon from the valley, so I thought we'd give it a shot. This is our improved Meyer cutting that we got. Jay's Figs going to be hooking us up with some more plants here soon, cuttings and stuff. This is our peach tree right now. I mean, it is absolutely popping off. We've already done some of the main lining. You can see our figs are coming through. So essentially all of the branches that we're trying to grow inward, we plucked off, or if they were going to grow into another branch, we plucked them off. And then like for the rest of them, we just let them do their thing. We're going to continue this main lining. Some of this is coming up a bit tall for how I'd like, so we may end up topping it later at the end of season. This is our dragon fruit right now. As you can see, it's been doing great. So we've also been doing some trimming on this. It did initially, in some of the older videos, if you've seen it, kind of die back a bit from the cold weather. So we replanted what we could, and then essentially we went through, and each stem we're only allowing one to grow. If there was two, we would kind of top it, because we really want this growth to fill out this trellis that we've made for it. This is our Mystic Spears here. It's also doing its thing. Beautiful flowers and foliage. We got our yarrow finally coming back. So this is our perennial flower tub here. And then we also have been doing some planting here. This is our annual flower tub. So just keep planting annuals, and eventually we'll get it to where it'll basically reach like a homeostasis, where all of the seeds produced here will plant themselves. Speaking of that, I'm gonna need to show y'all what we did with the carrots, but this is a moringa. Ours that we had planted died, so this one had died back. I had given it to a buddy of mine. They actually had two for me. Both of them died back here in this Texas winter, but they both came back. So we have high hopes for this guy. This is our hibiscus. These are from seed. It took us a little bit to get them going. Again, between the roly-polies and the cold weather, they've just been struggling. Our garden sage actually came back. So this is the bush from last year. All we did was transplant it, just kind of throw it in there, and it has been doing phenomenal. It's actually been trying to flower and stuff. It smells amazing. So so we were talking about the carrot seeds. Some of our carrots, let me pop over here real quick and show you what I mean. But some of our carrots have been going, this tub here with the asparagus has been going nuts with the flowering. So what we've been doing is we've been letting them dry out and let them get those little dry seeds in there and produce the seeds, and then we've just been chunking those seeds in here, and they've actually, look at this, they've actually started to like produce and sprout. So we've been kind of letting them do their thing, kind of see some more in there. There were some seeds that we've already planted. It was a mixture of different things for the breeding project that we've been doing. But we're still waiting. I think it's another year before those will start to produce seed, and eventually we can get to a point to where, like the carrots and the potatoes, 'cause some of these potatoes are from the year before that we didn't get to, and the Egyptian walking onions and the elephant garlic, hopefully all of that will get to a point where it'll start self-seeding and it'll take a lot of pressure off of us. But look at this. I mean, absolutely. First of all, look at the stalk on this. This is Swiss chard, by the way. This is the rainbow Swiss chard. And then, let me show y'all how big. This is my face. Look at it. It's huge. It's so huge. So, we've been very pleased. We've been eating off of this, but I mean, it is just producing so much more than what we can handle. Feed the roly-polies. We've also went ahead and bought some trees lately. We're just really excited, and we're ready to start doing some perennial crops. So this one here, we have a Clementine Newell's. It was really weak when we got it. It is grafted, so I kind of trimmed it back, giving it some citrus tone, just letting it do its thing. We've been trimming back the asparagus. A little strawberry came back. Rosemary is doing phenomenal. We've been using this regularly. This is a ruby red grapefruit. It was highly recommended to me by a friend of mine. And again, we did the same thing, but we didn't have to trim it as vigorously as we did the clementine there. But yeah, we just gave this guy a little bit of a trim. This was a sad attempt on getting some cuttings, but we'll let them cook, see what they do, let them dry out. This is a dwarf mulberry, so the dwarf mulberry is supposed to produce fruit twice a year, so we're pretty excited for that. We have also made, so this is our oregano tub. I put a bunch of seeds, they all failed, so I bought a hot and spicy oregano, and then as soon as this guy started taking off, the seeds didn't fail. So, you know, it just is what it is. And of course my son's little project here, he's growing green beans predominantly. Yeah, so some of our green beans. These are seed starter trays. So this is the watermelon I was telling you about that we have coming up. So these are from seed. These are our seeds. This is the Everglade tomato. We're finally getting that out. I'm super excited about these. I'm starting to think that the bell peppers, the best way to go for those, most of our peppers we may end up just start buying these, buy them by the 6-pack and stuff, because they're just a bit difficult to breed, to be honest. We also have a spicy pepper, and that spicy pepper, it will crossbreed with the bell peppers, giving us something we don't want. So that'll be a problem we'll deal with later. Of course, we finally have our moringa seeds popping. This is our thyme here. I don't remember what kind of thyme, but yeah. Basically, the idea is that the oregano and the thyme will do what the mint did in their own tubs. These are a bunch of papaya that we're trying to see if we can get to grow from seeds. Of course, I have my cut there, and then this will go to the person that gave me all the seeds. This is my wife's bonsai project with a Vitex. And then we also went ahead and got 3 different kinds of blackberries. I don't remember offhand, but they should be producing on the Flora cane. or sorry, yeah, the Floricane, not the Prima. I think I'm saying that right. That's basically second year's growth, and you can see we're already getting some production on these guys, but 3 different kinds. Some other stuff we're going to be working on is a wicking tubs. They've been highly recommended to us, so I think I'm going to start trying for some of the smaller trees and the like citruses and stuff. See how they handle it before we start investing in these and turning all these bigger tubs into like our peach tree and stuff into these wicking tubs. We don't have enough history with them. We really just don't know, so we're going to be trying those out. We're working on getting soil. Of course, we'll share all that with you later. And as always, peace, be kind out there, and we'll see you on the next video.